Thanks, Saul. Well, it's going to be up to Oregon first to come out running a style of offense called inside out rather than outside in. Oregon is one of the top 10 teams in the conference in terms of accuracy from field goal range. However, in the 5 games that they lost, they shot below 20% from beyond the arc. So it's going to be crucial that Oregon feeds their most accurate forward in Amina Muhammad and 6'9" Filipina Shea down low tonight. And for Purdue, they need to bring that defensive intensity to the court. In Destiny Lombard and Reagan Bass, who are 2 of their best defenders, Lombard has racked up 40 steals this season, which is good for 3rd in the Big Ten, and Bass comes in with 18 blocks on the season, which leads her team. And now for both teams, they're going to have to look to find that right lineup. Both teams have excellent stats in terms of bench production. Oregon leads the Big Ten in terms of points off the bench. Purdue comes in 7th in that category. So it's going to come down to who can find the right lineup at the right time. Saul, back to you.
Arciniega, who's standing by with the keys to the game. Olivia, what's it going to take for both teams to get it done tonight?
Well, for Auburn, they are bringing a turnover threat to the court tonight. They're one of the top teams in the nation in terms of forced turnovers. And in fact, last game, they were able to capitalize off this, and they scored 26 points off turnovers alone. And this is something head coach Joni Harris says is a part of the team's identity and something they take a lot of pride in. And now key number 2 is going to be the clash at the arc. For Auburn, they're bringing Talia Scott, who's coming off a very successful game, as you guys mentioned, and she's going to look to continue this momentum from the three-point line. However, Oregon's made a very conservative effort to play a tight defense, and they've held opponents to 25% accuracy from beyond the arc, so it's going to be a matter of who can adjust faster. And finally, both teams are going to have to feed their forwards. Both Diana Gaston and Amina Muhammad are coming off great games. Muhammad specifically is coming off a double-double, and when asked about her, Coach Kelly Graves said that he is very proud of her, and the team as a whole needs to make a more concerted effort to feed the ball inside. Saul? I'm here with Deja Kelly and Filipina Shea, 2 great games playing. Philly, I'll start with you. You guys are 11-1 back at Matthew Knight Arena. How's it feel to be home?
It feels great, you know. We love having the crowd here. They get us going, and we love them.
And now you doubled your output coming out of halftime. What was working for you in the 3rd and 4th quarter?
I mean, my coach kept telling me to get deep, so yeah, that's what I did.
Deep in the paint. Yeah. And Deja, you also doubled your output coming into the second half, and Purdue was putting a ton of pressure on you. What was working well from you, and how did you combat that style of defense?
Yeah, I think it was just me staying confident. That's what KG just kept telling me. My teammates kept telling me to stay confident. She kept telling me to shoot behind the screen. She was coming to set them, so I needed to shoot the ball. But yeah, just kind of sticking with it, taking what the defense was giving me. But I think our defensive pressure was what got us going.
Perfect, thank you. And then you guys are in the midst of Big Ten Conference play. What's your mindset going into the rest of Big Ten play?
I think the biggest thing is just us stacking wins. Every win matters, especially at home and on the road, but I think for us it's just about continuing to build our resume, our confidence, and just stack as many wins as we can, because the Big Ten, it's a tough league, so as many wins as we can get, yeah, we'll take.
Thank you, guys. Congratulations.
Still early on, even though the first quarter is ticking down, just under 5 minutes left to play. Lila Hurley, that'll be her 9th goal of the season, 9th of her career as well. Breaking into the starting lineup, like you mentioned, Lily, for the 3rd time this season. Started 2 previous games before this one. We saw time in all 8 games. So we're back in the middle. The ball is up, source to the right side. It's going to be a race between Sutley and Jenkins for the ball. Instead, coming away with it will be Victoria Goldrick. Already has an assist to her name today. Goldrick guarded closely by Baker and Cunnington in the backfield. And Oregon, sometimes when they have the opportunity to, will put on that double pressure against an attack. This time it succeeds, able to get the ball to Crowther. So now Oregon in transition. Lexi Jenkins with the ball in her stick. Jenkins directing trafficking a low clogged up here. Rutgers going to be quick to defend. Jenkins going to use Manzer to her right and will fall back into the neutral zone, sending Hazel Baker to attack. So we have Baker. We saw Liv Kazitsa on the field as well. 2 freshmen starting to see increasingly more time for the Ducks. Here's Hurley up top. Kazitsa, a shifty player, always looking to create a dodge or create an opportunity. More often than not, will draw a space, and there she does. Another shooting space for Liv Kazitsa, her first of the day. Going to have a free position opportunity coming up. Kazitsa shoots high, and yet again, way over the goal, missing the mark. Rutgers doing a good job at getting their sticks and deflecting the shots. Oregon can't even get it to hit the goal mark. So Manzer thought she had a look here, has to pull back out. Gonna use Baker up top.
Ducks have been very successful in the free position this season, so surprising to see the 3 opportunities that just haven't gone Oregon's way.
It's a missed pass from Hurley to Ng. We've seen about 3 or 4 of those today so far, where the pass has just been over the player's head or to the right or left of their stick. So Rutgers going to capitalize on that opportunity yet again, bring it to attack. They have all the momentum. Ball on the stick of Caitlin Collins. Another freshman who has seen time in 3, now 4 games for the Scarlet Knights.
And a little bit of a mini scoring drought for Rutgers now after the 4 unanswered. It's been a couple minutes since the last goal.
Here comes a cut from Corbin, thinks better of it, pulls out just up top at the 8. Rutgers playing that slow, methodical defense we typically see from Oregon, but picking it up here is a pass inside, is missed to the left. Picked up, however, by Dixon. And a cluster of players right in front of Crowther. Crowther able to stop it from passing the line, not before a foul is called. It'll be Hillary Esler to the line.
Number 25, Hillary Elsner.
2 free positions for Rutgers before this shot, and Scarlet Knights 1 for 2.
Elsner, another freshman at the team, will try her luck. An easy bounce shot finds the back of the net.
Goal good for number 25.
Elsner with her 7th goal of her career. Another freshman on the board for the Scarlet Knights. And a missed pass there. Nichols moved a little too fast before she had the ball in her stick. Able to recover. Ball will stay on the left side for Stetson. That'll be Kornacki looking to take it herself. Gets stopped by the Oregon defenders. But a shot and a goal for Stetson, tying the game up early here. An excellent goal indeed, and credit to Kornacki too, able to find now 2 assists on the day, just has such a vision for the field. And Nichols taking that deep shot from the 8, that's something you see Anna Simmons do, especially last game, is not being afraid to take those deep shots. It takes power and precision, but finding the net behind Crowther. Again, very impressive. Now we have a tie game with about 9 minutes left in the first quarter.
And this is really impressive that Oregon's defense coming into this had a really strong performance against Butler, especially in that first half. And Stetson has really done a good job of finding the holes and just confusing this Oregon defense and getting off of their heavy man pressure that they typically play and causing a lot of problems for this Oregon defense.
Indeed, and speaking of problems here for Oregon, the ball is going to end up off the draw control into the stick of Maya Sellinger for Stetson, losing it very quickly, but picked up right behind her by another Stetson player. And up top is going to be Charlotte Castiglione, a player that had 2 goals within 5 minutes against Butler this past Sunday in the home opener, or excuse me, in the opener for Stetson. Will remain on the right side here in the stick, Kornacki. Kornacki going to look to take it herself left-handed, switch back to right. Has no options, going to have to keep the, not going to keep the ball behind X, going to try to pass it to Pani, who was right on the crease. The pass just a little bit too high, but trying to replicate that first goal that we saw between Kornacki to Pani. And before that pass could get off, it looks like a foul was committed against Oregon. So the ball will remain with Kornacki, who will take it from the floating hash. And now typically when you see a player line up on any hash mark, you're going to think that they're going to shoot, but it's especially tough to shoot from this hash mark when the ball is going to have to be put in your left side of the stick. More often than not, what Kornacki's done so well all day is she's going to look to find a cutter from Stetson, pass it off, who will get a shot from there at a better angle. Russ making some quick adjustments before the shot. Kornacki will decide to go back to X with a quick pass up top, just lobbed a little too high. It's a fight on the ground and picked up by Paulo, not before a whistle's blown. But a self-start will keep the ball in Oregon's possession. Paulo going to take it herself. She's got field. It's 3-on-2 for Oregon. A quick pass and a save from Eckert. What an excellent save from the right side.
So you're beginning your second
season as a coach tomorrow. Or, yes, tomorrow.
Yeah.
So fast already. It came
Isn't
up,
it crazy?
like, right around the corner.
I know, like, Feb 7th is tomorrow.
It's insane.
Yeah.
You begin that journey tomorrow, but you also began a new journey this offseason as becoming a mother.
Yeah.
So first of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
What has that journey been like, and how do you balance both the coaching journey and now also being a mom?
Yeah,
What's your goals for this season? Of course, you brought a winning record to the team last year for the first time in a couple years. What do you plan entering the Big Ten Conference?
Sure.
What's your plan? What's your goal for this?
Your dad played lacrosse at Syracuse, and then he also coached you from 7th grade up until senior year of high school.
Yes.
How valuable is that to have that mentoring experience from a parent that knows the game? Going back towards your college experience now, this is your 3rd year with the Ducks team.
Mm-hmm.
You came in as a freshman and you played a little bit. I believe had 2 starts your freshman year, a couple of goals. And then sophomore year you come in and you're named one of the 6 captains.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, but you're the only underclassman as a captain. What was it like stepping into that leadership role? So now you're a teammate, but you're also a leader.